Welcome back to the channel, my freedom-loving 2A supporting patriots. Back with a review for you today on a new optic I picked up. It's going to be the Feyachi V30 here. It is their latest red dot. In the past, they've sent me red dots in a reflex sight, and I had real good luck with them. And so I thought when I saw this one release, I'd go ahead and pick one up. I did purchase this one. This one was not sent to the channel, so you guys know. So here's a look at the red dot itself. Sun's kind of going down on us, so bear with me. So just first impressions, it's a very solid optic. Feels very nice, very well made. Inside the box here, we'll just quickly look at all the stuff it comes with. So you have your instruction manual, of course. You get a couple Allen wrenches here for adjusting that to your rail. And then underneath, see if it'll pick up, you got 4 screws. And those screws are for holding the red dot onto the high-rise mount here. And it also comes with a low-profile mount if you're wanting to run this on like an AK or something. So it does come with both, and you can see right there where those screws go in. You get flip-up caps with it, which is cool. It came with a CR2032 battery installed already, and then they send you a backup one. And also, you got 2 little extra screws in there, which is nice. And those are going to be the little screws that go in there that hold the red dot onto your optic. So some of the features of it real quick. It is a 2 MOA dot. Windage and elevation. Clicks are going to be 1 MOA at 50 yards. And then it gives you plus minus 45 adjustment range. So a total of 90 MOA windage and elevation. It's going to be made out of 6061 aluminum. It has 10 brightness settings. It is daylight bright, which I am happy to say. They're saying it has a scratch resistant optics lens, which is multi-coated. It also comes with a anti-reflection device, as you can see there, which is really cool. Little flash kill. I've never had one on any of my optics before, so I'm interested in trying that out. And that simply pops on the front there, twists right in. You can see there we're not getting any kind of reflection off of it. So that's pretty neat. That'll be fun to try that out. Over here you got a power button to turn your optic off and on, and then you got your brightness settings here, up and down, of course. Like I said, 10 settings. The lower 2 they recommend for night settings. I got it cranked up all the way because it is super bright out today here on the farm. When you hit the power button, it does and shut it off. When you turn it back on, it's going to automatically go back to your last setting you were on for brightness. And up front, that'll be my one concern on this optic, is if you accidentally bump that while you're out, you know, say if you're using your sling and you were to bump that and turn your optic off. So we'll see how that works. For right now, you do have to give it a pretty firm click, if you can hear that, to turn it off and on. So I'm guessing it would be pretty hard to turn it off while you're carrying it, but you know, of course that is a possibility, and there's no way of locking that out. It is motion activated, so if your optic is, if you leave it setting for an hour or longer, it's going to go ahead and shut itself off, and then as soon as you pick it back up, it'll go ahead and turn itself on. I'm a big fan of that in my optics, as it helps save the battery life. For your battery life, the manual is saying 15.5 hours on full brightness, 240 hours on medium intensity, and 480 hours on the lowest intensity. So the battery life on this is definitely going to leave a lot to be desired. That's pretty terrible battery life. Capture turrets, plenty of thread for your windage and your elevation. Go ahead and unscrew those, and you can see there, flip over that cap, and you can go ahead and use your cap to make your adjustments. Kind of windy, I don't know if the camera will pick that up, but it is nice, really positive, and audible clicks on that. Battery compartment's going to be over here. Just unscrew that. There's your CR2032 inside of there. With the high riser mount on here, you're coming in at 5 ounces. With the low rise, you're going to be coming in at 4.3 ounces, or excuse me, 4.7 ounces. So I think that covers everything on it. We're going to go ahead and get it mounted up to my 11.3 inch build here. We're going to get her mounted up, run some 5.56 through it, and see how it does. Alright, the Feyachi is doing well so far. Got about 100 rounds through it. Got it zeroed, plinking. Let's try testing it out a little bit. Durability. Still on. Let's see how well it'll hold at 0. Try tossing it high up in the air. Probably won't pick up on camera real great. Let's try that one more time. All right. Still on. Back there's where we were shooting. Let's throw it back over there. Wasn't quite far enough. Oh, hit the table. All right, toss it around. Let's toss it at the building. It's the old wheat grain barn. Scuffed it up a little bit there. See if we'll focus. Yeah, looks to be okay. A little dirty. Let's try. Get back a little bit further, do one more toss. Alright, threw it 3 times there against the building. It's still on. Let's go mount it back up and see if it held at 0. Okay, so we just did our little torture testing with it. I got 10 gongs set up downrange at 50 yards, and that's gonna be how we check our 0 here. The smallest 2 are 2 and 3 inches. As you can see, the sun's getting pretty low, so they're kind of hard to see. So let's see how it does here. Well, got all 10 of them. I missed one. That was just me pulling it a little bit. But I hit the 3-inch and 2-inch on the first shots at 50 yards. So I'd say it maintained at 0 perfectly. So I gotta say I'm pretty impressed with this little Feyachi V30 Red Dot. I figured I would be. Other than the battery life, it looks like all positives to me. So it seems to be a great budget red dot. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna keep just shaking it awake every hour or so and just see exactly how many hours I can get out of the battery, because 14.5 hours on high just doesn't seem right to me. It should be way more than that. So I'll go ahead and I'll leave a pinned comment down below on how that does. But for the money, it seems like a great red dot. And I've come to expect that out of Feyachi, which is kind of crazy saying that for such a budget company. But I don't think you could go wrong with that. Is it a go-to-war optic, you know? Based off the battery life, I would say no. But like I said, we'll test that out. So I'll leave a link for it down in the description box for Amazon if you guys are interested in there. Otherwise, you can look elsewhere. And that's all I got for this one. I appreciate you watching as always, you guys. God bless.